I want to show you some of the basics of using the spreadsheet program called Numbers, which is a standard Apple spreadsheet program, using it in the touchscreen environment of the iPad computer. The image that you see on the screen right now is the spreadsheet for molecular weight determination. It's pretty small. We want to enlarge the size of that or to zoom in. The zooming process is carried out by simply touching the screen and moving your fingers apart. In order to move the image so that it's going to show up better, touch the screen and drag to position the image wherever you want it. We need to enter a value for our name, so in the cell immediately to the right of your name, which is the cell that you would ordinarily type your name in if you were using a PC computer, we select that cell, and then to tell the software that we're actually wanting to enter some text, we double tap. Since this is a spreadsheet, the software assumes that we want to enter numbers. We want to actually enter text. So, on the line here, I'm going to tap on text, T. Notice the keyboard has changed, and I'm now in a position where I can type in my name. When I'm finished typing in my name, incidentally, you of course need to type your name. No, not Y-O-U-R. Okay, you get it. When I'm finished, I tap on Done. Individual name is in place now, and the keyboard has been moved out of sight. We would want to proceed then to enter numerical values for measurements such as the mass of our flask and the aluminum foil and other components for trials 1, 2, and 3. I'll tap in the first cell where we're going to be entering numerical data. That selects the cell. I'll double tap to bring up the numerical keypad. Let's suppose that we had a mass of, say, 75.325 grams. Remember, you don't put in the word grams. You don't put in a G, only numbers. We now have a number in place, but we don't have the proper number of significant figures. On the iPad, I'm going to tap the I button, which is not for information, it's for something that Apple calls the inspector. The inspector recognizes that in the cell that is currently selected, there's a number. And by default, the number of decimal places has been assigned as 0. I don't want that. I want 3 decimal places. So I tap and I tap to get 3 decimal places. I can dismiss the control panel by tapping somewhere else on the screen. I would want to enter the next numerical value once I get it. Presumably, we would go through trial 1 with initial mass of sample and vapor, mass of the empty container. The mass of the empty container might be something like maybe 74.698, and again, the units are grams, but we're not going to enter those units. Notice that although I tapped and put in digits after the decimal, no digits after the decimal are showing up. I'll select the cell that I'm interested in, go to the inspector. Again, it recognizes there's a number, it just doesn't have the proper number of significant digits. I want 3 digits past the decimal. So I tell the software 3 digits past the decimal. I immediately have a display that gives me 3 digits past the decimal.